Hello everyone, welcome again. In the last video, I already covered about the female external genitalia, that is vulva and vagina. In this video today, I am going to give you the topic. I am going to give you about the anatomy of vulva with this pictorial representation. Here you can see the vulva and vagina both are different things. Vulva involve the structure as I mentioned you before, that is this include clitoris, labia majora, labia minora, urethral opening and vaginal opening. And here you can see that this is clitoris, which is covered by clitoral hood or jacket, as glans penis covers the penis in male reproductive system. Likewise, in the female, clitoris is covered by a structure that is known as clitoral hood. And as it is included here, so it is homologous to male penis. And below the clitoris, it is as actually clitoris is a part from where the sexual arousal comes, and it is very sensitive in nature. Below the clitoris, there is urethral opening from where the urethra passes out, from where the urine passes out. Sorry, and below the urethral opening, there is another opening that is vaginal opening, and these are the folds, lips, that is labia minora and labia majora. Labia minora are present inside the labia majora. Perineum, as I told you, that perineum is a stretchy fold structure which is present between the end portion of the vulva and portion of the vulva and the anus. So it is basically a stretchy fold, and during childbirth it becomes it helps in the easy delivery because it gets extended during the delivery. So this is the anatomy of the vulva. And mons pubis, it is a fatty tissue which is covered by hair. So mons pubis also helps us in preventing in many diseases. So again, this is a pictorial representation. This is female reproductive tract. Here you can see the fibromuscular canal, that is vagina, and the reference of these pictures are given below, so you can go for it. In this slide, you can see different shapes of vulva. So I am giving an overview, and all the shapes are given are taking from the book, that is V Guide. So all the references are from that book, that is V Guide. So in the first picture here, you can see the labia majora are clearly visible. Here the minor lips, that is labia minora, are still visible, but they are very you can say blurry in appearance. So we can say that our labia majora completely, our labia majora covered the labia minora, but not completely, because you can see that labia minora are visible here. So if the vulva of any female are like this, then don't worry, because vulva have lot of shape. You can have different kind of shapes of their vulva, so there is no need to worry. In the next picture, you can see that the minor lips, that are minor labia minora, comes out and cover the labia majora section. So here you can see that this type of vulva can be present also inside the female. So labia minora are totally, you can say that they get enlarged and cover the labia majora. So in many females, labia minora comes out and covers the labia majora. Also, there is no need to worry, because it is also a shape of vulva. In the next section, you can see in the next picture, you can see that it is a vaginal opening. It is vaginal opening basically. Here it is anus, and this is vaginal opening. You can see that labia minora lips are outer side, which covers the labia majora, and this is a vulva, and this is vaginal opening, which is partially covered by hymen. In the fourth picture, you can see that labia majora, which are covered by mons pubis, and these labia minora completely cover the labia minora. There is no appearance of labia minora between these labia majora. In the next topic, in the next picture you can see that there is a vestibular space. As I said you that the space between the labia majora and the labia minora are known as vestibular space. So this is a space which is covered by vestibule, or you can say the space between labia majora, that is outer fold, and labia minora, that is inner fold. So this is a space which is covered by vestibule, that's why it is known as vestibular space. And here you can see the splitting of labia minora. As I told you that clitoris is covered by jacket or a clitoral hood, like penis is covered by glans penis or foreskin in the male. Likewise, in the female, clitoris is covered by a structure that is known as clitoral hood, and this clitoral hood is basically the splitting is basically due to splitting of labia minora. Labia minora on the above side covers the clitoris and made clitoral hood, and when below it covers the clitoris, then it made frenulum. So these both are the splittings of labia minora. In the next picture you can see that this is vaginal opening, which is partially covered by hymen, and above the vaginal opening there is another structure, that is urethral opening. So urethral opening is the area from where urine passes out, and vaginal opening is the area from where menstrual blood comes out, vaginal secretion come out, which helps in the sexual intercourse, and it is a part from where the delivery of any child happens. Okay, in the next picture you can see very beautifully that the clitoris is covered by clitoral hood. There is a shield of clitoris which is made up of clitoris jacket, glans clitoris, that is uh, clitoris crura are present there, which is basically the frenulum, that is below splitting of labia minora. Okay, in the next three pictures, in this picture and this picture, you can see different stages. You can see the vulva shapes during different stages of pregnancy. So before pregnancy, vaginal opening is completely, even you can say that not completely, but yeah, it is covered by hymen because there is no sexual intercourse. After intercourse, due to even in this structure you can see the hymen ring which partially cover the vaginal area, vaginal opening, and after sexual intercourse it leads to the penetration of penis. That's why there is a breakdown of hymen in many female. So what happens, the picture of vulva appear looks like this. So it is look like this now after sexual intercourse, or you can say even after pregnancy. Okay, and this is the third case where this is the shape of vulva after pregnancy. This is the shape after pregnancy, this is the shape after sexual intercourse, and this is the shape after pregnancy because the child, it leads to the delivery of a child. That's why the opening gets large, get wide. That's why the hymen shape looks like, that's why the vaginal opening shape looks like this after childbirth. And in the last video, in the last picture, it is beautifully represented the mons pubis, that is a structure which is present over the labia majora, and here many pubis are present. This is a fatty tissue pad which helps us in any injury during sexual intercourse, or any you can say even any injury or due to any infection. So it is very helpful for us. So these are the vulva shape, different vulva shape. You don't have to worry if the vulva shape is totally different from all these things, because there are lot of shape of vulva in the world female. So now I will tell you about vulvar pH and the vaginal pH in the upcoming videos. Because these pH maintenance is very important for the vulva and vagina, and as I said you that pH of both the part is different. So with vulvar pH is 4.7 and the pH of vagina is 3.5 on an average, and it is 3.8 to 4.2 during menstruation. So it depends upon the situation. So vaginal pH is varying in nature, but vulvar pH is approximately 4.7. And what are the factors which affect vulvar and vaginal pH actually? There may be a lot of factor. If I told you about vulvar pH factor, then there are different endogenous factor, that is humidity, sweat, vaginal discharge, menstruation, urine, fecal contamination, anatomical foldings, genetics, and age. All are the leading factors which leads to create a difference in the vulvar pH. So these are the endogenous factor. Like due to mons pubis, there are a lot of humidity, sweat, and vaginal discharge get accumulated inside the vagina. During menstruation, there are a lot of particles which are not comes out through blood. That's why they also create changes in the vulvar pH. So all these factors are endogenous in nature. And if I told you about exogenous factor, the many factor like soap, detergent, cosmetic products, lubricants, and spermicides. So all the tight clothes which girls are going to wear during night or even during the day, many sanitary pads, shaving, all these leads to the contamination of the vulva, and that leads to the decrease, or even you can say the disturbances in the vulvar pH. Even due to prolonged dryness, pH also reduces. Many girls live on antibiotic due to some reasons that leads to the dryness of pH, and it also that leads to the dryness of vulva, and it also leads to reduction of pH. Same in the vaginal pH. Vaginal pH are affected by vaginal microbiota and many different anaerobic glucose estrogen regulated metabolism. So there are mainly two factors, that is estrogen regulated anaerobic glucose metabolism, and the second one is vaginal microbiota. Vaginal pH is you can even say vaginal pH is majorly affected due to this mechanism, that is estrogen regulated anaerobic glucose metabolism, and less affected by vaginal microbiota. In the vagina, there are a lot of microbes which are represented by many different species of the genera, that is lactobacillus, and there is one single mechanism, that is estrogen regulated anaerobic glucose metabolism, which leads to the formation of a lactic acid. And lactic acid for the vagina is very important, which maintain its vaginal pH. So it is very important factor for the vagina. So even the vaginal pH also vary with the ethnicity. So I'll tell you about all these things in detail in upcoming video. So till now it is enough. So meet in the next video. Thank you, friends.